Did people in the 70s actually think this stuff looked cool? From carpeted bathrooms to disco suits so tight they cut off circulation, the 1970s were wild, and not always in a good way. In this video, we're counting down to the 20 cringiest things from the 70s. And trust me, by number 5, you'll be asking, was everyone high? Have you ever stepped out of the shower and into soggy carpet? In the 1970s, people thought it was a great idea to put full wall-to-wall carpet inside bathrooms. Yes, right next to toilets, tubs, and sinks. It was all about being cozy, but they clearly forgot about water. Those carpets stayed damp, collected mold, and trapped every bit of bathroom funk you can imagine. But why stop at carpet when you can fuzz up the toilet too? In the 1970s, fuzzy toilet seat covers were somehow considered classy. These fluffy lids came in every color of the rainbow and were made to match your bathroom's full ensemble, from the rugs to the curtains to the wallpaper. They were soft, yes, but they sat on a toilet. A toilet. Why anyone thought putting fabric on a place that literally sees daily action was a good idea is still a mystery. So what matched this masterpiece? Well, just wait till you see the walls. In the 70s, faux wood paneling became the interior design choice. Forget paint, forget wallpaper, just cover everything in plastic wood grain. Basements, panel it. Bedrooms, panel it. Bathrooms, you guessed it, panel it. It gave off a cozy cabin-in-the-woods vibe, but in reality it made homes feel dark, closed in, and straight up depressing. And guess what color ruled next to that fake wood? Avocado green wasn't just a color, it was a lifestyle. In the 70s, this weird green shade took over American kitchens. Refrigerators, stoves, dishwashers, sinks, everything came in this earthy tone. Advertisements promised it would bring natural elegance to your home. But in reality, it looked like your kitchen was permanently stuck between guacamole and baby vomit. The color didn't age well at all. It clashed with everything, and when paired with wood paneling or shag carpet, it was like the entire house had food poisoning. One step over on the 70s color wheel, meet Harvest Gold. Well, this groovy shade looked like faded mustard mixed with sunshine and regret. It took over kitchens like a viral infection. Fridges, stoves, blenders, countertops, even the trash cans were Harvest Gold. It was meant to feel warm and rustic. Instead, it looked like someone cooked curry and never cleaned it up. Complementing this questionable color aesthetic, let's talk about the floors. Shag carpets were the king of cozy in the 70s, but not just any carpet. Long, fuzzy, wild-colored ones. Lime green? Sure. Bright orange? Absolutely. Mustard yellow? Hey, why not?
That's right. Luxurious shag for your living room, your dining room, your bedroom, and it's only $77.
These rugs were so thick your feet disappeared in them, and so dense even your dog could hide inside. Vacuuming them was like trying to clean a jungle. Crumbs, dirt, pet hair, everything just vanished into the fibers. Looking up, yes, even the ceiling was chaos. Popcorn ceilings alone were bad enough. Bumpy, dusty, and nearly impossible to clean. But it didn't stop there. No, they had to add glitter. That's right, 1970s homeowners actually wanted their ceilings sprayed with silver glitter to give the house a magical glow. What you got instead was a ceiling that looked like a kindergarten art project. Need a break? Have a seat. On furniture that's more balloon than couch. Inflatable furniture took over the 70s like a pool float invasion. Chairs, sofas, beds, you name it, people tried to inflate it. These plastic contraptions came in see-through neon colors and promised fun, modern vibes. The problem? They were more beach toy than actual furniture. They made that high-pitched squeaky sound every time you moved, and were almost always half deflated by the end of the day. Now let's move to one of the most awkward 70s obsessions. For some bizarre reason, the 70s were obsessed with clowns. Not just at the circus, but in home decor. Clown figurines lined shelves, paintings of sad clowns hung over beds, push clown dolls sat in rocking chairs staring into your soul. It was supposed to be whimsical, but it ended up, well, every house had at least one terrifying clown somewhere in the living room or bedroom. But let's be real, the nightmares didn't stop at clowns. The flirting was just as creepy. Dating in the 70s came with a script, and that script was bad. Pickup lines straight from How to Flirt books were everywhere, and they were painfully awkward. From "Are you tired? Because you've been running through my mind all day," to "You must be a mirror, because I see myself in you." These one-liners were as smooth as sandpaper. What about just popping in a tape to set the mood?
Does your tape collection look like this? Then you need a K-Tel tape selector.
The 8-track tape was supposed to be the future of music. Instead, it was a bulky, clunky block of disappointment. These tapes didn't rewind, they were hard to store, and the players were massive. Even worse, songs were split across programs, which meant your favorite track could fade mid-chorus, then jump to the next section like nothing happened. Right up there with the 8-track was these sound bricks. In the 70s, headphones weren't just big, they were huge. These ear-mashing monsters were heavy, bulky, and clamped onto your head like medieval torture devices. They had zero noise-cancelling tech, and the sound quality was decent at best. But they looked futuristic, if your future included neck pain. And about the hair. The 70s had a love affair with curls. The perm was the look in the 70s. Big curls, big volume, big attitude. Men and women both lined up to fry their hair into tight spirals. And sure, some pulled it off. Think Farrah Fawcett level fabulous. But most people ended up looking like they stuck a fork in an electrical socket. The process involved strong chemicals, heat, and praying to the hair gods you didn't come out looking like a poodle. If your hair wasn't on trend, at least the laugh tracks were there to cheer you on. Laugh tracks were the unofficial cast member of every 70s sitcom. Didn't matter if the scene was funny, awkward, or just plain weird. Canned laughter would roll in like an awkward party guest.
Getting it closer to it would be in the pot. Hey, Junior.
Shows like Three's Company, The Brady Bunch, and Gilligan's Island made sure you knew exactly when to laugh, even if you didn't want to. Now let's head to fashion, and things get much worse. Men's fashion in the 70s was bold, sometimes too bold. Here comes rompers for men and deep V-shirts that plunged straight to the navel. These weren't worn ironically, they were serious style. Bonus points if your chest hair puffed out and you accessorized with gold chains. The goal was sexy, but the result was often more awkward uncle at a barbecue. Going casual was its own unique brand of quirky. In the 70s, baby tees weren't just for babies or women. Grown men rocked crop tops that were tight, tiny, and totally absurd. These shirts barely covered their torsos, and usually came with bizarre slogans like "Keep on truckin'," "Here comes trouble," or just a rainbow for no reason. It was a wild combo of macho confidence and complete fashion confusion. Wearing one of these meant you were either really secure or completely unaware. But wait till you hear about the pants. Bell-bottoms weren't just pants, they were statements. Giant, flared statements that could double as sails. In the 70s, the wider the better. Some flared out over 26 inches. That's wide enough to nearly cover your entire shoe and sweep everything in your path. Dirt, leaves, small pets, it's all collected like lint. Bonus points if you completed your look with this next sweaty mistake. Polyester ruled the 70s like a sweaty, shiny king. It was in everything. Suits, dresses, shirts, even bedsheets. Why? Because it was cheap, wrinkle-free, and came in every loud colour imaginable. People wore it proudly, thinking it looked modern and high-tech. What they didn't realise was they were basically wrapping themselves in plastic. Next up, the shoes that won hearts but broke ankles. Platform shoes were the 70s answers to what if shoes but stilts. These clunky, chunky shoes added 2 to 5 inches of instant height and zero balance. Both men and women strutted around in them like skyscrapers on legs. Some even had fish in the heels, glitter-filled soles or lights. Yeah, your shoes could glow just before you rolled an ankle. Finally, let's talk about the icon that summed up the entire disco decade. Nothing screams 70s more than a guy in a shiny disco suit, with no shirt underneath. Just chest hair, gold chains, and an ocean of confidence. These suits were usually tight, metallic, and ready to boogie. Think John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever, but more extreme. It was a fashion choice that said, I'm here to dance, and maybe also blind you. So, were the 70s bold or just bizarre? Let us know which trend you think was peak cringe.